Hey, my Taurus, happy 2021. My apologies that you are, well, second to last. I had stopped doing some readings a day. I was getting back to the swing of things. As if you haven't looked at the other signs, because maybe you're looking at your moon sign, each particular decks are channeled to me. So you're the only one that had the Divine Feminine Oracle come out for your overall theme. So when I was guided to use this particular deck, I asked, what is the Divine Feminine that is working with you this year? I find it funny. It's like a personal joke with myself that Saraswati comes in. Saraswati is the Hindu goddess of creativity. And I've been working with my own creativity with my book. And I'm actually going to be soon putting in a listing for creativity candles as well as my prosperity ones, which will be uploaded soon. I like to see what works and what doesn't. But Saraswati in itself, if that's someone you gravitate as it is, she is. There's a listing for her already on my site, on my Etsy site. And that one is more of a 7-day candle versus the other ones. That's for whoever needed it, okay? I just find this kind of ironic for myself. So this is going to be from January to December. I felt guided to read the message from Saraswati in the book. Then I'll put this in front so you guys can look at the other cards if you want to screenshot it, okay? So it says, Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge. The essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. That's what's on the card itself. Saraswati represents the self-knowledge of who we are so that nothing impedes the flow of creativity from the soul. Her name is a fusion of the Sanskrit words for essence and oneself. Saraswati's name translates then as the one who leads to the essence of self-knowledge. She is part of the Hindu goddess trinity, the Tridevi. Together with Parvati and Lakshmi, all three goddesses help the trinity of Hindu gods Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva to create, maintain, and regenerate the universe. The earliest mention of Saraswati is in the Rig Veda, a collection of ancient sacred texts that date back to 1500 BCE. She is sometimes referred to as the mother of the Vedas and is understood to be the personification of knowledge. Students appeal to her for assistance on exams, and writers and artists pray to her to remove all the obstacles that keep them from being a clear conduit for the creativity that wants to come through them. When I was reading this before, just to sidebar, I felt like some of you are trying to go back to school. Maybe you are debating it and you can call upon her. Maybe you're trying to decide what would be your major or your profession or something like that. That's what I felt. Now it says, she is considered to be a river goddess or a feminine deity with healing, flowing water. She is venerated as the goddess of music, the arts, and learning because of this association. You may also be an artist or musician. The arts and learning because of this association with art, with waters that heal and purify. Her iconography, I can't even say that right, iconography often associates her with a white lotus, symbolizing the purity of wisdom her energy brings. When your soul selects her card, when we are aligned with the essence of who we are, then what needs to be communicated through us, whether with words or music or artwork, can flow. When our creativity feels blocked or stagnant, it isn't because the waters have dried up. We might fear this, but the truth is that self-awareness is the key to unlocking our creative flow. When we take the time to return to the essence of who we really are and nurture that essence, we are realigned again with the river of expression that the soul generates. Saraswati is the reminder that anything we can create that purifies us in the process of making it as a blessing. Our art should be judged not on popularity, but on its power to transform us. So I also felt maybe some of you are a type of person that writes lyrics, maybe even writing a book, because it says writer. You may feel blocked. There was something here. Maybe it's like you feel like you're competing with others because you're not where you're supposed to be, or where you think you're meant to be, because maybe someone else is maybe higher, elevated, or have more followings, have more contracts, has more prosperity, has more fame, you could say. Saraswati is a call to return the essence of our true self. The energy of her card is a charge for some more self-knowledge, more awareness of our own unique soul and what our needs are in this moment. She leads us back into that finely attuned space where we can express with ease and grace what the soul desires most to share. And that energy feels like a river moving through us. It heals, it liberates, and inspires us to return to their own essence as well. Then it says a soul voice meditation. What is one word to describe the essence of my true self? And then the intention, the essence of who I am, flows effortlessly into everything I create. So I didn't mean to be there forever. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to be being there forever, but I felt that you guys may need to know what that is. Some of you may not resonate with Hinduism, Hindu gods, and that's okay. It's just putting the message that maybe some of you are trying to push with something, with some creative projects, or maybe you feel that your gift, your ability is not you think that you may think that what you have in you doesn't give an impact to others. Maybe the way you speak, maybe you feel like you want to be in public speaking. Maybe also, when I was pulling cards, I heard creator. So maybe that has to do with TikTok creator, that has to do with social media influencer. Maybe you're creating something, creating a book, creating art, creating music. Maybe you're creating a blog. Because I'm looking at my wall, maybe you're creating a building, like maybe you're into architecture. I have no idea. I'm using examples as I would see. It's like whatever resonates with you per se, like what you're trying to create also in your life, because we're trying to manifest things and you feel like this is not happening for me. Why isn't it? You feel like you don't have the best of luck. You feel like sometimes you may feel trapped, but it's like everything is in your hands reach. It's like there comes a point that you need to start, like it said in a book, what is it you really want for yourself? What is it that makes you happy? What is it that pushes you forward? What is it that assists you in self-expression? It could be in some creative aspect or something else. You could be a lawyer, and the way you talk, it's like music to someone's ears. That's just an expression. But okay, so we are now going to get into the tarot because we just stayed stuck on that for a minute. These are your cards, so if you want to screenshot. So the beginning for January to December, you have the 9 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, King of Cups, 4 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Sorry about the glare. 2 of Wands. Below, we have the World card, the 8 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So I don't read reversals unless I'm guided to. So I felt it was important to keep the 8 of Swords as is. I haven't channeled these per se, but they look pretty promising cards. So we're going to get at it. The 9 of Pentacles, you could be a person that's a single energy, or you can just be trying to build your pentacles, build your finances, build your empire with yourself. It's like some of you see how you have here like the water flowing, and that's with the Saraswati, letting things flow, letting the river flow whether it's your ideas, whether it's your creation, whether it's your thoughts. Some of you may like, I want to do this, but what have you been doing? Have you actually opened the door and walked outside to chase it, or it's just a thought? So this is actually going with the flow and actually, you know, taking the steps to build my empire. Page of Wands. I kid you not, this is so funny. Again, I didn't, like, I pulled the cards, I didn't look at it. You see how this has like a flute? Some of you are musicians or wanting to be into music, or that gravitates to you. Maybe you want to go to school for music or a music industry. If you needed some confirmation, there it is. Because pages are initiators. Wands, you may have fire in your chart, but Wands is about action, being determined, starting to have that spark. Because that page is the initiator to get to the knight energy, to get to the queen, to get to the king. This is you. It's like some of you, it's like, well, I'm just going with the flow, and I'm not even, have to remind myself that these are actually individual months. So January, you're working with that right now. And that makes sense why Saraswati has come. And now in February is like you take that step to follow your passion. And it's like now that you have, in March, you can have a King of Cups come into your life. Male, doesn't have to. Or someone giving you an offer when it comes to work or something with your creation. Because in April, you have the Four of Wands. That's the stability. That's the foundation. This could even be marriage. But this is Four of Wands is finally putting that structure up, finally having stability, finally having all your ducks in a row. But the King of Cups, if this is not a person, this is you. This is you mastering your emotions, you being grounded in the water. It's like now you're tapping also into your intuition. Some of you may be into lunar cycles. I see the moon. Maybe that moon that comes in is like impactful for you. I'm seeing something with threes. You may be seeing threes. Then you have in May, this is like from March to June. You see how this is? There's something going on, something brewing. Because right after that, you started with the 9. In May, you end with the 10. And this is also in your season, because April and May is your birthday time, right? So you see how in the 9, it's like this person could be, you don't have to be, you could be with someone, but this is like someone, this has to do, okay, the 10 of Pentacles in a traditional deck has to do with family and what have you. But you see the 9, you see the 10, this is you finally getting it all. Because you see the castle, it's like more if you're striving for a business or something that you're trying to achieve for yourself, you start to achieve it. It starts to come real. And what happens, the Two of Wands, now you have to make the decision in June, whether it could be like you've been building this up, taking the steps, things are working out, you're building this foundation. Then in June, it's like, which way should I go? Because what it is that this opportunity that's coming to you, there's options that are coming to you. Well, twos is like you're deciding between two. And the traditional deck, it has one with the world. So it's like, and it's ironic that in June, July, you have the world card there. Because you're completing a cycle. Look how she's all aligned. You see that? She's on top of the world. And I kid you not, and now that I realize it, this card has all lotuses. I don't know. You may want to search what the lotus is. The lotus grows from murky waters. You may have had a transformation. You had your dark night of the soul. You may have had a dry season, a cold season for a while, and now things are flourishing for you. Because whatever anxieties that you've had in the past, in August, you no longer feel it. It's like that is no longer in your life because you have the Wheel of Fortune. Things are working out for you. I kid you not, you have 2 10s, so you may be seeing 10s. But there's the Wheel of Fortune and the World card is closing out cycles because now things are turning in your favor. And you come out in this reading in October, because this is the Taurus energy, the Hierophant. It's like, you know what I find interesting? See how the Four of Wands and the Hierophant, they both are marriage commitment cards. So I'm just saying, for some of you, you may meet someone in the beginning of the half of the year, and maybe at the end of the year. This is April and October. Those particular months may be significant for you if single, because the Hierophant is like, let's step this up to a next level of commitment. Or if you're with someone, they want something solid with you towards the end of the year. But if it's not that, this is you saying goodbye to your burdens, you knowing yourself, finally being self-aware of yourself, knowing the knowledge that's within you, listening to yourself. Because I'm looking at this candle that's sparking. That's like that Ace of Wands energy, this beginning. It's like you're connected to your head, your heart, your spirituality in October. Then you got offers coming in. And then you're at the Page of Cups, because everything that you have 2 pages. Everything that you've gone through, now you're wondering, should I take this offer in December? Because it's illuminated. This is the lotus that has grown. You see, like, it's like an orb around it. So if you see orbs. So this is your reading. It was pretty lengthy and intense. So it's like, pretty excited for you guys. You take care, my Taurus. Thank you.